In a book called The Teachings of Buddha, which is like a guide to Buddhist ideas from Japan, Buddha talks about how to grow spiritually and awaken Kundalini. He says, the important thing in following the path of enlightenment is to avoid being caught and entangled in any extreme. That is, always to follow the middle way. My way of looking at Kundalini awakening follows these ideas, especially when you don't have someone else guiding you through your spiritual journey. If you really want extreme spiritual experiences and keep asking for them, you'll probably get them eventually. There are some basic spiritual laws that are kind of like rules in science and everyday life. These rules are based on the balance of life, where every experience has a middle point, like we see in mandala meditation. And around that middle point, there are infinite extremes in every direction. If we leave the middle point to chase one extreme, we'll likely end up experiencing the opposite extreme at some point in our lives. So, if we crave bright white light exploding up our spines in our spiritual experiences, we'll also bring on times of total black depression in our nervous systems to balance things out. The smart way for someone learning about Kundalini is to stay in the middle point and let that middle point move up the spine through the different chakras. Instead of rushing spiritual growth, it's better to focus on staying at the level of spiritual energy you're at and slowly welcoming new realizations about Kundalini. Another mistake some spiritual seekers make is wanting enlightenment itself as if it's an external goal, usually in the seventh chakra, up in heaven beyond the body. People often obsessively chase after enlightenment by pushing their meditation techniques to extremes. Here's a quote from the Buddhist scriptures that helps explain. Enlightenment has no definite form or nature by which it can manifest itself. So in enlightenment itself, there is nothing to be enlightened. Enlightenment exists solely because of delusion and ignorance. If they disappear, so will enlightenment. I have found myself craving enlightenment and spiritual experiences like they're the ultimate thing. But really, enlightenment is just the opposite extreme of total ignorance and delusion. It's not the middle point at all. So in Kundalini awakening, we're not trying to reach enlightenment, except to the extent that we're moving away from ignorance and delusion. What we're really seeking is the middle point. That's why in our meditations, we're putting the center of Kundalini awakening in the heart, in the middle of the chakra system. The Buddha scriptures say, as long as people desire enlightenment and grasp after it, it means that delusion is still with them. Therefore, those who are following the way to enlightenment must not grasp after it. And if they gain enlightenment, they must not linger in it. The middle way meditation. Everything we've talked about at a kind of deep level can be felt directly through breathing meditations. Your breathing is a continuous swing from one extreme to the other, from completely empty to completely full, and then back again. Finding the middle point in your breath is one of the key centering meditations. The power of attention is so powerful that it itself moves you toward the middle way that Buddha was talking about. Your challenge is just to focus on your breathing as much as possible in everything you do. The deep power of your attention will balance your mind and body. Thaddeus Golas, in The Lazy Man's Guide to Enlightenment, seems to agree with Buddha. His main point is the Zen Buddhist idea that there is nowhere to go and nothing to do to reach enlightenment. We just have to realize that we're already here. The center point is already inside us. We are it. We are the center point. Our mind just needs to learn to see the whole picture by expanding its awareness. Instead of sticking to extremes and taking sides, we could expand our awareness to see the whole reality at once. That's what spiritual growth is really about. Kundalini awakening is realizing that we're energetic systems, and energy flows both ways through our nervous systems, from the bottom up and from the top down, creating the middle point in the heart. Again, two extremes are part of our spiritual experience: energy from above and energy from below. Here's a simple breathing meditation to help you understand the middle way in your own life. First, pay attention to your breath. Feel the air going in and out of your nose. Notice your chest and belly moving. Sense your heartbeat or pulse in the middle of your breathing. Feel how your body stays balanced in gravity's force field. Be aware of yourself in the present moment as a whole unity. In this expanded state of consciousness, think about the theme of balance and the middle way in your own life. Instead of identifying with extremes or taking sides, consciously expand your awareness to see the entire scope of reality at once. Now I invite you to practice this meditation for the next 2 minutes. Focus on your breath and consider the theme of the middle way in your life. Let your awareness expand. After this brief practice, we'll come back to complete the meditation together. Take your time and enjoy the experience of centering yourself in the present moment and finding your middle way. Welcome back. I hope you had a meaningful experience with the meditation. Remember, the middle way is always within you. And as you go about your day, try to carry this awareness with you. Whenever you feel the need to find balance, come back to your breath and the center within. Thank you for joining me in this meditation, and may you carry the essence of the middle way with you on your journey.